On behalf of Ohio's 2,000 dairy farm families, the American Dairy Association Mideast welcomes you to the Dairy Products Building, home of the famous butter cow and calf. Always a favorite and highly anticipated attraction at the Ohio State Fair, the butter display has represented popular and positive ideals for more than 55 years. This year is no exception, as the 2019 butter display pays tribute to the 50th anniversary of the Apollo 11 moon landing.
Ohio's dairy farmers have been proud sponsors of the butter sculpture display for many, many years. It's a tradition and one that farmers are very proud to be a part of.
This year's display features life-size butter sculptures that are out of this world.
T-minus 10, 9, 8. We have a go for main engine start. We have main engine start. 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
The butter display captures historic moments from the July 1969 mission when astronauts first landed on the moon and took steps on its surface. Iconic images of that day were recreated in butter, including a full-scale sculpture of Wapakoneta native Neil Armstrong standing next to the lunar module Eagle and saluting the American flag after planting it on the moon's surface. It's an image that millions of Americans watched play out live on television 50 years ago, after Armstrong spoke those famous words,
"It's one small step for man, one giant leap for mankind."
Along with this iconic moment in American history, the 2019 display features a butter sculpture of the entire spacecraft crew: Commander Neil Armstrong, Lunar Module Pilot Buzz Aldrin, and Command Module Pilot Michael Collins. Next to the astronauts stand the traditional butter cow and calf, mainstays of the annual butter display. For the first time, the butter cow and calf are sporting ear tags, which help dairy farmers identify their cows and keep accurate records of them.
The Eagle has landed.
Roger, Tranquility. We copy you on the ground.
Even though it's hot outside, sculptors could have used some spacesuits to keep warm as they worked inside a 46-degree cooler for about 400 of the 500 hours it took to complete the display, which was formed from about 2,200 pounds of butter donated in part by dairy farmers of America.
It's an honor to be a part of that tradition that brings a little happiness to so many people.
The sculptors begin by welding steel frames to support the weight of the butter. From 55-pound blocks, the butter is layered on the frames. After many hours of molding and smoothing the butter, each sculpture begins to take shape. Fine details are added last. The butter display is sponsored by the American Dairy Association Mideast, who commissions a group of Ohio-based technical sculptors to create the masterpiece. Artists include lead sculptors Paul Brook and Alex Balls, both of Cincinnati, Tammy Burke of Westchester, Aaron Swearingen of Columbus, and Matt Davidson, a dairy farmer from Sydney. OSU student Karen Tharp, an MFA candidate in ceramics, assisted the sculpting team this year. The mural behind the butter display, depicting a lunar view of Earth, was painted by Ohio artist Ted Hendricks. The butter display at the Ohio State Fair attracts more than 500,000 visitors each summer and continues to be one of the most loved traditions at the fair. Past sculptures include last year's tribute to A Christmas Story and the previous year's larger-than-life bottle of chocolate milk, the official beverage of the Ohio High School Athletic Association. Over the years, displays have included a tribute to our state's symbols, a salute to the 50th anniversary of the All-Ohio State Fair Youth Choir and its founder, and a tribute to our state capital's bicentennial. Ohio sports teams including the Ohio State Buckeyes, the Cleveland Cavs, the Cleveland Browns, the Cincinnati Bengals, and the Columbus Crew have also been honored in butter. Other displays have included several well-known Ohio personalities like Jack Hanna and Dave Thomas, and several historical figures like explorers Lewis and Clark, aviators Orville and Wilbur Wright, and Ohio's U.S. presidents. Many more have paid tribute to innovation, entrepreneurship, and commitment of Ohio's dairy community. The American Dairy Association thanks you for visiting the Dairy Products Building and hopes you are as proud of this year's Ohio State Fair butter sculpture display as we are.